Aloha from Maui. Teri Edmonds here. Thank you for joining me on my Amazon live video today. If you have a chance to log in and let me know from where you're watching, I would love that. It is 9 o'clock in Maui, Hawaii right now as we speak. So any of us that are here together, it's so awesome. It's virtually fantastic. This video is going to be so much fun, especially for me, because I am known as the shoe lady. However, I have a lot of other interests. And when it comes to gift giving, I always am trying to come up with ideas for that person that has it all. And I'm just, there's got to be something outside of the box that they would love to have. So I've compiled this list for you today. It is going to have some painting, it has some sewing, we have some luxury goods, we also have some gardening items. So I think that can really touch a lot of people's interests. So I thought it would be kind of fun to review all of that together today. Oh, we're also going to do a tech review, which is what this little gadget is all about. So we'll get to that. I'm excited to share with you guys. So all of you guys that have been following my Amazon page, thank you. I love it. I love being a part of this group with you. And so here we go. I think for those of you who don't know me, I am Teri Edmonds. I am a shoe cobbler. I am a shoe entrepreneur. I've been in the business for over 20 years. And I also have a YouTube page. So a lot of the how-to videos that I do, you'll find there. But all of the supplies that I carry, I have on my Amazon shopping cart. And there are a few ways to get there. It's pretty easy. You can either go to amazon.com/shop/Teri Edmonds. And you can also go to teriedmonds.com. Keep it simple. And right on the front page is an Amazon icon. You hit that and it'll take you right here to my Amazon shopping cart. And I've had this for a few years now. I really love it because everything's on there. I have, the gift giving idea. We're going to go through all the items today, but also, work boots. I carry gluing supplies, all of these painting supplies that you're going to see in depth. I've got them under painting supplies. I also have Birkenstock supplies, video production. These items that you're going to see today are listed there more in depth. Also for the sewing machines, I know everybody looks to find a good home sewing machine. So I've got a couple of recommendations for you there. And all in all, I think it'll be fairly informative and hopefully fun. All right, so I want to say thank you to watch. My mom, if you're watching, aloha. And let's go ahead and get started. So for me, one of the things that, let's see here, we put the paints on here. Hold on, gift giving ideas. All right, so on the gift giving ideas, I started with the gardening because I thought that, a lot of people like gardening right now. There are a lot of people enjoying their home gardens, maybe inside your house. If it's wintertime, you've got a cute little window garden going. So I think it's something that is very practical, that is pretty affordable. And I'm going to select the first one. You guys can see in the scroll bar down below, I've put this link to this garden bag. I actually did a Thanksgiving video about garden tools, and it's very comprehensive. But this is on there. And part of it is really funny because I use my garden tools. And they're dirty. So, but I use them every weekend. I use them all the time. So this is the package here. And, it's great. I offered for you guys, I made a choice of it with or without the bag because not everybody needs this bag. The bag shows it with a, this one doesn't have the pad in this tool set. But I actually like this tool set that I recommended to you because it's got the water bottle. It has the stakes for the plants. So when you're out there gardening, you're not like trying to carry everything in your pockets. It's just so light and portable. I also like to carry my phone with me. I carry my water bottle and things like that. So I like the fact that this has the pockets on it. And And as it's, as it is, the way I load it, it's pretty sturdy. I don't usually put my tools on the side though, because I find once they're all in there, it's kind of wobbly. And these are actually very, very well made. I have been so delighted with them, but they are also kind of top heavy, so it makes the bag tip. So I keep them right inside. I just throw them inside. And they come with all different kinds of great gadgets. If you're doing your seedlings, getting ready for the spring, these are really handy. So I like that. I keep my seeds right in my bag with me. I also added a pair of goggles to mine just because when I'm doing some heavier trimming or something, I want to protect my eyes. And I actually wear them because we're growing pineapple in this little garden, and the pineapple, it has these really long leaves on it, and when you're trying to get in there, even with my lovely gardening tool, if I'm reaching underneath to get the weeds out, they still stick out. So I like to use my glasses. And then of course it comes with a really nice trimmer. I like that, but I'm so impressed. I have been using these since March, and all of the paint is still on them. All of the handles. I mean, I obviously don't baby these. And the handles are super durable. Nothing's come off, so I love this garden package. And really, I mean, gosh, it is so affordable these days. It's just amazing. Lucky for us. So there we go. It comes with some gloves. It comes with, like I said, the markers. So very handy. It also comes with, it does come with a pair of gloves, and let's see, the spray bottle. I love it. All right, so the next item. All right, one of my favorite things, I have a smallish garden, and so I like mine to be kind of manicured and fun looking since I spend the time in there. I have some flowers that bloom all year, and so I do have about 6 separate gardens. I have one hose that links to the hose bib, and I have 2 hoses, but I have a timer. And in our gift list, I put a timer here from AquaJoe. AquaJoe does hoses. They do these sprinklers. I told you guys in the last garden video that I was going to get this, and it finally came in the mail. It is awesome. This AquaJoe stuff is just very, very solid. This is a non-destructible metal, I believe is how they describe it. Let's just take a look. Yeah, so 3-way turbo oscillation lawn sprinkler with range, width, and flow control. Gosh, I mean, they're listing it currently at $20. Wow, what a good deal. You can manage the flow with these right here. So it makes it super easy. It's got a ton of it handles the water pressure really well, and I love it. And I got the matching hose, which if you have dealt with hoses or have a gardener friend, I mean, hoses, to get a good one that doesn't wrinkle, lasts a long time. Well, this one by AquaJoe that I got, I didn't bring it today obviously because we're in my studio, but it's this color, and I put it on the gift selection list here. It is the AquaJoe 50-foot polymer flex kink-free hose, and it's drinking water safe. So, I mean, it sounds silly, but the little things in life to me, it was $20, and the hose was actually very reasonable as well, and worth the purchase price on it. But anyway, it kind of spread across the lawn. It looks great. I've got my pretty flowers and my manicured grass, and so it's really pretty. Very durable. I'm glad I got it. One of the other things that I purchased was a timer. And the timer I love. I have the link to the timer that I bought in my last gardening video. However, I didn't realize that AquaJoe made a timer, and it is so cute. It is blue and darling. And if it's anything, the quality is anything like what I'm seeing from the AquaJo products, I would say I feel comfortable getting all of them. I actually have the hand nozzle on order, so I'm looking forward to getting that delivered to me, I believe, here this month. So the timers are awesome. You know, I work all the time, so I like to have my hoses linked to my sprinkler head, and I've got the timer, so I know that at 8:30 the first one goes off in the garden. I have my garden built so that this sprinkler hits the whole thing, and it's just great. And then the next day I'll move this whole system over to the next garden, so I have one hose per 2 gardens. That's what I do. It makes it so easy. It has taken all of the trouble, and my plants aren't dying from weekend to weekend. You know, I'm not doing like the survival water and then standing out there for hours. I do mine at night. I think our water bill is going to be much better. So anyway, AquaJo. If you are one of those that are like me and you just want to have a cute little garden set, that's what I wanted because it's my thing I do on my time off. There's another selection, and I put it in here on the shopping cart, and it's this brand, the Gray Garden Hose by Graceful Rock. I almost bought this first before I did the AquaJo. It was pricey. I think it's really well made, but they have the greatest colors. I mean, white. They've got white nozzles that match with gold trim, and these, you know, they're just really, really fun. So I had a hard time deciding. I felt like the AquaJo was great for the price, and I liked that they coordinated all of their parts. So AquaJo, that's a really good one to get. What would I buy if it were me buying it for someone else? I would probably I'd probably go for the timer, because that can be used on anything, or the sprinkler head, and that way your gardener giftee is going to be able to use it right away, and it will definitely be more handy for them. All right, so now let's go ahead and change direction, and I'm going to go ahead and get into the paints, because so many people are spending so much time at home, and it's the holidays, so people are on vacation, you know, and you've got kids around, you're trying to make projects. Well, or adults. I'm an adult, and I happen to have the entire collection of Angelus paints. Pretty close. I don't have all the neons, but I do love Angelus. Angelus has been around for a long time. I know that the son took over the business, and he's just been really super kind of taking the lead in bringing the crafting back. He's got a lot of modern viewers on their Angelus channel. A lot of guys like to paint their Nike shoes, their sneakers. And so this product is made for leather, but it's an acrylic paint, and it really can be used for anything. I love the fact that it can be used on leather because it can bend, and if you apply it in the right amount, then it doesn't crack. I put 2 selections there. I did a starter kit with just the basic colors in it. And, you know, that's handy if you've got somebody that's just starting. If you've got someone who already is doing that, and maybe you want to kind of give their collection a little pick-me-up, then I also have all of the, you could either go with the neon colors, which they make about 12 of them. I actually used this on a client's handbag. And so, so you could go this direction and add some fun color. Or you could even go into the metallics. They make a really nice selection of metallics. And I put that selection on there. We've got a copper, which is really nice. I think that their colors are all very, very versatile. And so I see someone's chatting. I love it. I wish I could see it from here, but I don't have my glasses on, and I can't do it on my iPad. So I will read your messages after the end of the show, and we'll respond to them. So here we go. We've got a bronze metallic, and we've got a gold metallic. You know, I'm just going to check in and see if I can't answer some questions here. We're going to get a little close up. All right, you bet I'm watching. Hey, Carol Miller, you're awesome. And then if you want a chance to win Baby Yoda, okay. So here we go. Thanks for watching, everybody. This is really great. We've got a full show today too. Thank you, everybody. All right, so let's keep going. So as far as the paints go, they last a long time. One of these little bottles goes a long way. And we're gonna move on because I think I have found some of the best paintbrushes that are out there. I can't believe how affordable they are. So in my job as a shoe repairer and a shoemaker, I use a lot of dyes and a lot of paint. Once you use a dye, and Angelus makes a full thing of dyes. I just covered it yesterday in my YouTube live video. But when you use a dye, it dyes the brushes. So see here, and you can tell I love all of my brushes. It's so great. And my favorites are these brushes here. I selected the 50 pack because, like I was saying, when I do a black dye, it dyes the bristles. So now I really can only use this brush for black dye. When you're using the acrylic paints, however, these are water-based, so you can totally clean them up. They are an acrylic. They're fantastic to use. I love them, and they do come in the larger bottle too. Of course I use the black. I actually use a lot of these colors because I do a lot of color mixing here and custom shoe painting and things. And you can find all those on my YouTube channel. Anyway, this tool pack is so great because it comes with 5, basically. That's what they're selling you. So look at that. You could buy the whole package and use them as a stocking stuffer. I think these are all great. You could do a fun little selection of the metallics and wrap in a cute brush with it. If you've got multiple people in the family that you're trying to provide for, maybe they each get their own set. So I love it, and gosh, they're so affordable. It's just set, and they're well made. I found the only challenge that I ever had is if the paint came off this blue, but it was because I left my brush in the water for a while, and so the paint came off, but I actually still use the brush. I probably converted it to a dye brush. So I love these, and they come with, once you test these out, they have on the back a selection of other brushes like the fan brush. I don't use that one very much, but they've got some really great fine line. This package comes with the 3 types of the fine point, 3 of the medium point, and then shoot, let's just open one together. I love it. I'll use them for sure. Okay, so the ones I use the most, and I know we're all kind of far away from each other, but I use this large one a lot. I actually used that yesterday to dye this handbag in this little areas around the buttons. And then I like this kind of a medium small flat, which is really nice. Either way, I find that even on the fine tips that they dry back, you can just dry them and get the tips nice and pointy, and they stay that way. It's a really quality brush, and I think right now, of course, prices change. I don't see what they're, let's see. Anyway, I didn't see the price on that, but I know they're super affordable. So there you go. And I buy, like I said, I buy the 5-pack because you're going to use them. All right, so moving on. I love the paints, though. Those are really fun. Now, the next thing that I want to get into today are the sewing machine and the sewing products, because I do a lot of sewing here. I love it. I have the coolest job. It changes all the time, and I'm personally challenged all the time to think of how to fix something, and how to make the equipment I have is really old, that I got with the original shoe repair business, and it still works. It's industrial. Thousands of dollars for this a good sewing machine that goes through leather. Well, now, in the last few years, I've had people ask me about what kind of machine to use, because they're starting their own crafting projects. They're trying to build their own shoes. doing leather belts, things like that. So I found these two great sewing machines. This one here. Oh my gosh. Okay, tip, don't do that. Anyway, it's actually very well made. I think this was the user. So this is the Janome. That's how they say it, Janome. I'll pick that up in a minute. Let's see here. All right. And this machine is so fantastic. Because of the way we're doing the demonstrations today, I'm not going to demonstrate this machine running. I did a video called Moccasin Masterclass, and I demonstrated this machine sewing about 6 ounces of deer tanned cowhide. And it was, to me, I felt like it was very thick. It was on a seam, and this machine just, it went straight through. It was like butter. I am in love with this machine. It is accessible to everybody for your home shop. I keep mine set out because it's often that I don't want to use, I want something that's got this bigger plate on it. And, you know, maybe I'm dealing with a flat project. My other machines have just an arm where the shoe slides over the arm, and that's how you get these inner areas on a shoe. But I don't always need that. So I love this. If you have a crafter at home, you know, maybe your mom, maybe your sister, who's been struggling with either a really old sewing machine that they just keep trying to fix and it's not working, or, you know, maybe you're at that level where, I mean, even for a beginner, to start on a machine like this that gives you control. It's got so many options on it. I think it has like 12, let's take a look, because it has a lot of accessories, a lot of feet for it. And let's just, I'm gonna read this to you guys here. It has a built-in needle threader, a reverse stitching level, which is really nice right here. A snap-on presser feet. Hello, how easy is that, right? Foot pressure adjustment, and 18 stitches. So I think to me the biggest, and it comes with a hard case that goes over this, of course. And it also has this other part here that's supposed to be there. But, okay, we'll do that for another video, because I'm actually going to do a full review on the Janome, and I'm going to show how to use every single one of the feet, and I'm going to demonstrate all of the stitches, but that's for its own video. So we'll do that then. And the other machine, it's also a top loader. I don't know if you guys have been experiencing that on new machines. Got this bow on here. I'll show it on the other one. All right. This is such a great machine. I'm just in love with it. All right, next we have this Singer, a heavy-duty Singer. Now, remind you, I have spent years looking for a good sewing machine. And I really have kind of narrowed it down to this. How did I feel about this Singer? I liked it. I think that it is probably just a little step down from the Janome. It did go through some thick leather. I think I was able to do 2 pieces of a little bit thinner cowhide, and I did some straps. It's got a really nice measurement board. It has the, also I think it has the auto threader. Let's take a look. And I put the link in here for you. I like the fact that it's so affordable, and they're offering free shipping. Oh my gosh, I mean, it's great. This would be something, you know, if you don't have the budget for the Janome, which is not much different, but you know, maybe something like this for the beginner. And they've got their first Singer. I mean, we all have that Singer that we got. I have one on the shelf. I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but it's at least 100 years old, and it still works. It's awesome. So this one has a heavy-duty metal frame. Yes, it does. It adds stability and provides long-lasting durability. It has a lot of accessories on it. reverse stitching, of course. It has a 90-day limited warranty for the belts, rings, bulbs. It has the components that it includes are the zipper, buttonholes, sewing feet, seam ripper, lint brush, quilting guide, needles, bobbins, screwdriver, auxiliary spool pin, and I think that's about it. I really like it. I think that, I mean, basically I like it because I was using this before I found the Janome. I just wanted something that was just a little bit, a step bigger, and it is just a little bit bigger, so I like that. But again, that would be nice for an apartment for someone, you know. I mean, even if your family member or friend has already got something, you know, this is a newer model, you know, it just might be kind of fun, a fun surprise. And that's what this gift giving guide is about. It's about finding something that you hadn't thought of before. Okay, so also I put in here, depending on what your budget is, I really liked this sewing kit. They have 38 extra large thread spools on it, 183 pieces. It has a really nice quality of thread. I really liked that about it. And it is a full starter kit. So if you're, you know, if you've got a beginner in the family, this would be something that really gives them everything. Instead of trying to piecemeal little things here and there, you know, maybe just start with the kit. It's got everything in it. So I put that suggestion on there. I really like it. It probably would be something that I would get because it's got the pins in it. It's got a nice pair of scissors. It has the measuring tape, which is really nice. Just some really great things. I mean, all the way down to safety pins. And if you're somebody that doesn't sew, I think, you know, these are all the things that I use in my shop. So that's why I recommended it, especially if you're building your little workshop. All right, and now let's see. So I've got that. Okay, for the scissors, I don't know if you can see them. If you're looking in the shopping cart below, I added these scissors. Now mine haven't been delivered yet, but the reason why I added them is because I personally own a bunch of scissors. I used to teach a class in my studio, and so I'd have 6 people at a time. So I always had lots of scissors on hand. We do lots of sewing. This pair of scissors came to me when I bought the business, and I bet they are at least 30 years old. They're at least, I mean, I've had the business for 20, so it's probably 60 years old. Then these are new. I really like these. But the point I'm making is that I use these all the time. So a person that's doing sewing probably already might have these, but I'm changing. I'm upgrading. When I was looking for shopping ideas for you guys, I found a pair of these, and they are offered in a bunch of different colors. The one I picked here is the rose gold. I might change it up to the gold. It has a gold handle with all this beautiful little detailing on it. And I use this all the time because I'm really trying to get the threads close to the item so it doesn't leave little stragglies and it looks professional. So you need something that's good quality, that's sharp. So I'm suggesting these. They look like a good, I usually like to have tried the item first, but I am going to because they're cute as heck. So I'm sure that anybody you bought them for would not be disappointed. And it's basically this one here. The next choice that I made is something that I am also going to purchase, and that is this set, 2 pairs of scissors. They have this, they're just so darling. It's a dressmaker scissors, and they have about this size, and then there's one that's a little bit smaller. And they come in this gorgeous tricolor. It's this, it's 2 pairs, 5-inch sewing scissors and 3.6-inch small embroidery scissors, stainless steel tipped scissors, shears for art crafting, threading. They're gorgeous, and I can't wait to bring them in. I'm going to show you guys that when I'm doing my sewing machine review. Because Amazon has a return policy, I think it's worth the risk trying to buy somebody a cool gift because I like them a lot. Okay. Now let's move to the, okay, let's talk about some high-tech gear. I know this is kind of out of the crafting range, but it's so important, right? Right now, everybody's doing home videos, Zoom. Because I've been doing YouTube for so many years, I've had all this stuff. I have used it for years. And so I think anything that you bought on this list for an aspiring YouTuber, or if you want it for your Zoom off, for your office, so that you feel better when you're doing your Zoom meetings, something like that. These are what I'd recommend. And let's start with, I have this ring light right now that is around the phone. The phone is sitting inside this ring light right now. And I've put a picture of it. This is the item that I put on the Amazon shopping cart. And this is, I think, pretty good lighting, given that it's just one source of light coming at me. I mean, I've got the overhead ceiling lights, but it's really this ring light. And the ring light, you can see in my past videos that it's really done the job. And I'm not anywhere near a window source. And usually it's recommended to do this near natural light, and you're using a couple of other systems of lighting. If you're the person that you're thinking about buying this for has been, doing some things for a while, I guess what's the point? You don't have to have anything else but this ring light. All right, it's a great price. It does the trick. If you have a source for electricity, the ring light will do everything. It'll come close. The head tips down on it so you can move the light. It has, as you'll see in the picture here, it has the interchangeable screens on it. So right now I'm using 2 orange and 2 white, and it's on this light. And I can adjust it for daylight. I like a little bit of the combination. It's been very sturdy. I've had mine for about 5 years. I've never had a problem. I've transported it a little bit to some, out of studio locations, and it's held up really well. It packs up well. It actually condenses really well, so you can carry it in your car. So it's a great, right now, they're offering it for $84. I mean, when I bought it, it was probably twice that. So really great. I love it. It's got the on and off switch, and that's nice. So that's the ring light. I love it. Now, if you've already got something like that, then, and by the way, going back to this ring light, I've really checked out a lot of them, and this is the only one that I've liked so much that has a nice big round face on it. Some of the other ones look like they do, but you really need to read the instructions closely, the description, and make sure that this one happens to be the 18-inch, and it's great. So one of the other things that I do in my more comprehensive videos, I will usually give an overhead shot, and that's this thing right here. And some of these, I love Amazon Live. For the really good ones, the people that have hooked up their technology right, they give a lot of overhead shots, but I love this thing. It would mean that you'd need to have a second camera if you're doing 2 cameras and you want to include, dub in your overhead shot. But this thing is so easy, and it's so affordable. Oh my gosh, it's crazy how affordable it is. And, it just slides right onto a table. It's adjustable. You have all this room, so you could have a thick table, countertop. And I just love, let's just tighten this up. So it's got so much versatility. It can reach all the way in. I like that. You can bring it down like that. I think all of their springs are nice quality. When this camera is positioned, when this arm is positioned like that, it holds the camera really well. It doesn't flop around. That can be tricky with some of these camera holders. They get real loose around the ball in here. So I love this one. This is a great one, and I use it a lot, actually. There we go. So we'll leave that there. Okay, so we've got the ring light, we've got the overhead shot, and we also have this extra, LED lighting. Look at that. Okay, so I didn't even hear that fall. That's so funny. It's like there's a rooster that sometimes you can hear outside, and I'm yapping. I don't hear it. So here we are. This is this great LED light. And again, it just plugs right in. You have an extension cord. I usually use 2 of these and the ring light in a big production. If I'm doing a bigger production, I've got this going, I'm doing my overhead shots. And these lights replace getting those big box lights. They're those big box lights, they take up a lot of room. The bulbs are hot. And so this is an LED. And it has a couple of adjustments. I have an on-off switch right here. See, it's got a little light, it's great. And it's adjustable as far as how bright you want to make it. And it's so easy to operate. And it also has battery operated. So if you're out in the field, like, which is the thing with the ring light, you have to have electricity. It doesn't operate on battery. Whereas these lights can operate on battery and they have a backup battery. So I love those and they're so affordable. I mean, that's a real treat. You really probably only need one, but if you've got somebody who's taking that videography a little bit more seriously, that's what I'd recommend. Great gift, hard to find. It was actually my production friend who had turned me on to it. So I definitely invested. So like I said, I have 2. Okay, and then the last thing for the technology section is the lavalier. A lavalier is a microphone. And I bought this lavalier from Amazon, and I have it on here. You'll see it selected there. And this is so great. It's rechargeable. I mean, hello, I'm so into rechargeable stuff now. Batteries, I mean, rechargeable just makes it easy. Get a couple of extra USB outlet, plugs, and you've always got it ready to go. So I have an iPhone, and this lavalier does need a connection to go into my new iPhone. I have the new link on the iPhone, so I needed to get a connector for it. And it's great. It goes right inside the bottom of the iPhone. And I don't use it in the store because I'm finding that I think the audio is fine for these reviews. But this is really great. And this is wireless. So, I get asked a lot about these kinds of things, like my friends that do yoga and they're trying to do their own online gig. I mean, everybody's doing online stuff right now. So it's really great. And I bought this because I believe this will go up to 65 feet. So I'm going to be doing productions out on my house farm, and I needed to be able to have some distance to do that. So even though I've got a good Wi-Fi, and I did get a Wi-Fi extender, this is going to be great. It's going to connect right out there. I'll be able to have it, and it has the wind, let's see here. Wireless lavalier, signal stability, no delay, no radiation, anti-howling, anti-jamming, constant frequency, built-in condenser microphone, transmission distance up to 65 feet, easy to use. It's totally easy to use. We'll go over this in depth when I do my tech gear review. That'll be happening in January. But what I really liked about it was it also was great for being outdoors. It has a great sound quality on it. So, you just hook it up, it sits maybe on the inside of your pants, goes up your shirt, hooks on your collar, and then, like I said, this hooks into the phone. So this was a great gift. Right now, prices always change, but right now it's under $30 and free shipping. Geez, what a deal. I tell you, some of these things like the ring light, the lavalier, and even this LED light, they're hard to find. They're hard to know whether it works or not. So this kind of takes the mystery out of it. I think I feel confident recommending these items to you because I've used them. All right, so now let's say we want to try something else that's still kind of the stocking stuffer idea, maybe fun, maybe we really want to, if you've got that person that you think has everything, there's always something more. So I was coming up with ideas, and I thought, like, this is a really good one because I really like them, and it's the wireless ear pods. Let's go there. I use these especially when I am jogging. We've got these here. I've got them on the link for you guys. It's the Bluetooth 5.2 wireless earbuds, and with the wireless charging box and touch control. You do have to get used to the touch control because you don't see any marks, you don't see any buttons on the side, so you really have to kind of get used to that. But other than that, and it does have adjustable earbud in case, I think this is like the big one. So anyway, but look how easy that is. And you just slide them in. See what I mean? I accidentally touched the radio on. Yeah, so it comes with instructions. So they're really great, but that's how sensitive they are. They're awesome. I put my cell phone right in my pocket and I just hit the trail. They stay in great. Doesn't matter if I'm kind of sweaty or wearing a hat or I've got my hair flowing around or something, they don't fall out. So I like them. I think they're a great price, and they don't have to be iPhone or they're not brand specific, so that's nice. Everybody can use them. That's so funny. So now you know what I was listening to this morning, a little bit of rock. Had to get in the mood for my Amazon live video. Okay, one of the other really fun things that I like, I think it's a great gift, is this little tool set. And darn it, I forgot to bring my hammer today to show you. I have this one for home, and I'm buying one for the store, but I really like it. And it comes with a darling hammer that I use a lot, and the paint seems to stay on it, so I like that. Scissors are, pretty average. Cute as heck though. And then this cute little measuring tape. I would say that this kit, let me just highlight that. This kit comes in a box, so it's not really a stocking stuffer, but boy, it sure would make a nice gift. Maybe somebody that's moving into a new apartment or going back to college and needs just a little something that they can do their things around the dorm. Comes with different tools. On the hammer comes with 4 different little screwdrivers on it. Very durable. I really love the quality of these. Like I said, the scissors are mediocre, but not bad. So there we go. And of course our measuring tape does have the lock on it, so that's nice. Okay, so great gift. And like I said, with a little hammer, that's awesome. Okay, then I also got, so I've had these, because I'm a shoe person, people give me a lot of shoe gifts, and I got this as a shoe gift. And finally, like, my 30-year-old stapler broke, so I found a darling shoe swing line stapler. Swing line, so it's a good quality. And, it's just like this. It's so easy. You open it up, you put your little staples in there, and it's darling. And what made me think to suggest this to you guys is because I had posted this, a little post on Facebook saying, oh, I finally got a matching stapler. And I got a lot of comments on it, and people were like, oh, do they have it in pink? And so it gained a lot of interest, and I thought, there are a lot of cute things like this on Amazon. That you could get, that's either a stocking stuffer or a gift for an office friend. I mean, hello. And they also have these, which are really fun, and you can get them in black. I found this in black as well. But I like the fun colors, and of course I've kind of got a red vibe going on in my shoe studio. So there we go. Okay, and then the gift that never fails is some perfume. So I think I personally love the Chanel, so I got that as a wonderful present from my beautiful fiance, and sent my mom some because she's awesome, and I know she loves it as well. But I didn't, I'm not so techie, so up until recently I didn't realize that you could even get products like this. My favorite skincare is on Amazon. So I really like Amazon, of course, because I have an Amazon shopping cart. So anyway, that's a good thing. You could do some cologne, you know, maybe some bath lotions or something. As you click on this link, Amazon gives you some other choices. So I really do think that was a lot of fun. A whole bunch of different ideas for you guys. Again, thank you for following. It's really wonderful. I have everybody's, you know, watching and subscribing and joining me on Fridays. I now do a YouTube live on Thursdays, both at 9 o'clock in the morning. And please send me your comments. Again, let me know from where you're watching. And thanks for joining me. We'll see each other again next week, and we'll be doing a tech review. So thanks again, and from Maui, Hawaii, aloha.